Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. And today I have a special replay because I have two replays with the first one with me playing the Czech Premium Medium Tank Tier 8, Medium Tank the General T-27. And then the second replay I've got the legend of Swindle 321 playing in its bigger brother, the Czech Tier 8 Premium Tank the Ragnarok. So the first replay I've got for you today here is on Ghost Town, and if you want to see the equipment and crew setup I run in the General, as always you can see it at the bottom of the screen. Now I am actually platooned up in this replay also with Swindle 321, who's in the Ragnarok in this replay. Now there's no enemy artillery, I think 3 enemy light tanks, and we are top tier. So initially I pushed my sort of standard position I like to take on Ghost Town, because quite often you get some light tanks who sort of stop and cross here. I was waiting to see if I can get any shots into them, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The light tanks haven't pushed, and I've pushed up quite aggressively, seeing if I can get a clip into this enemy paladin here who's pushing on this corner. So I'm just waiting to see if I can catch him out, get a shot through his drive wheel. I do that, and I get a perfect game, perfect start to that game, because we detonate the Armour of that paladin. And yeah, we couldn't have had a better start to this game. So we're just checking now to peek the other side to see what's there on that ridge line. And it's an enemy Jag Tiger. We don't really want to fight that front on. And the good thing about Ghost Town is it's like a symmetrical map, and you can use that to your advantage to try and flank enemy tanks if you just sort of keep an eye on your mini map and the enemy position. So we're going to go into this enemy heavy tank who is a one shot. Unfortunately I sort of connect with my light tank there, but we're able to kill the enemy heavy tank and still keep all of our damage. And now we're going to go back up and see if we can get any shots into this Jag Tiger who was in that corner. But as you can see, there's 2 tank destroyers looking at me there, and that is not a corner I want to peek, but I am going to try and get a couple of shots of this Earth Shaker here who is crossing. I wait to put the final one through the lower plate. Unfortunately it doesn't go true, and we're now back on reload. But as you can notice, the enemy Jag Panther, Jag Tiger, has had enough, and he is full sending me, but I'm getting out of there. The good thing about the General is you do have a very quick reload, so you're not really out of the fight for that long. So as you can see, I'm already reloaded by hiding there. Now just flank this Jag Tiger, put him in an awkward situation, and we end up taking him out, picking up our 3rd kill of the game, and putting yourself onto a 2,400 damage with 3 kills. And there's an enemy Earth Shaker here. We're now just backing around in the corner while we go on our reload. We do have the support of Swindle here with us, and I was thinking about pushing into this enemy Earth Shaker, but as that happens, an enemy Dreadnought gets spotted, and we don't really want to take that shot off the Dreadnought. We are able to trade out a full clip for 1 shot of damage from that Earth Shaker, so that's worked out quite nicely for us, putting us over the 3,000 damage mark now. And we're kind of just waiting for this Dreadnought to fire. He does fire in a miss. Now we know this Dreadnought's on reload, and now I am going to potentially eat the shot off the Earth Shaker if it means killing the Dreadnought whilst he's on reload. It's going to be the easiest way to get rid of this tank quickly. Swindle gives me a little love tap there. We set the Dreadnought on fire. We do eat 1 shot off of the Earth Shaker, but as you can see, it's a perfect sort of situation, because I eat 1 shot, I clip out the Dreadnought, and then Swindle clips out the Earth Shaker, and we take out those 2 tanks in quick work. Put me onto 4 kills, just shy of 4,000 damage, and there's a full health Stern Tiger here. I'm looking to try and, Stern Tiger P. I'm coming behind him, he's not looking at us. Put 1 shot in, put the 2nd shot in, go for the, well, I was going to go for the drive wheel, but then tank sort of got in my way there. But he gets shut down pretty quickly, and we put ourselves onto 4,400 damage and 4 kills. And only 3 tanks remaining. As you see, it's been a very quick game on Ghost Town, but I was able to sort of outmaneuver the team, and we've done pretty well getting damage out of this game, considering how fast paced it actually was. And it's just how much damage can we get now out of this game. There's 3 tanks remaining. It's going to be a win. Well, you'd like to think it's going to be a win, but we want to just try and get as much as we can. But these 2 tanks here who are pretty much full health, we get 1 shot into the enemy Barras there, and then 2 full health tanks come around the corner, or healthy tanks I should say. We get another shot in, put ourselves onto reload, and I'm just hoping to get 1 more reload off to get another full clip in to really boost this game before it comes to a finish here. So we're almost off the reload here, so you're never out of the fight long for the General. You do trade that, like with the Ragnarok, it has a longer reload, but you're out of the fight for a little bit more. Now let's be honest, the Ragnarok is the better out of the 2 tanks, I would say. But I still got a place in my heart for the general, just because I like that sort of quick reload. But like, if I'm being honest, the Ragnarok is the better of the two tanks. But sometimes it doesn't mean the other tank can't be fun as well. So having a good game, 5,400 damage, 5 kills. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get there for the Top Gun there, but we do finish off that game strongly. Let's see how we can get on, and then we move on to the final replay featuring the big Swindle. So you see, I'll get 5 kills, 5,500 damage, do get in the ace tanker there, getting the brothers in arms, the high caliber ace tanker, and Swindle there having a very respectable 4K game with 4 kills as well. So let's move on to the final replay. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. This time it is featuring Swindle 321 in the Ragnarok, and we're here on the first replay of Great Wall, where it's tier 8 matchmaking and there's 2 enemy artilleries, 2 enemy fun police in the game. You can see Swindle likes to use the blue and orange for the team names because he thinks he's cool. And yeah, so he's pushed up on the first replay here. Well, he's now managed to get his full reload. As you can say, the Ragnarok, essentially you trade up the longer reload. You have a longer reload than you do on a general, but you have a much better clip potential. And overall, it definitely is the better tank. But as he makes his initial cross, an enemy light tank gets spotted. So he's just waiting to see if he gets an opportunity to clip this tank out or get a few shots into it. He should have an opportunity to get at least 1 into the tank. He does in fact do that. Unfortunately, he gets spotted for that in return. So we need to try and get up on this ridge to try and get out of dodge of the enemy shots. He's just waiting to try and lose his spot here. Goes to the blind fire. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off there, but at least he only loses 1 shot of hit point, so it's not the end of the world. And he picks up a tiny bit of assistance as well. But now back on reload, you can look at the team position. Quite often you actually get enemy team, your friendly team actually push the ridge on the where he's looking now. That actually hasn't happened this time, and most of his team have gone down the 1-2 line or up on this ridge where he is now. So he tried to opt for a blind shot of a clip there, mainly because nothing was really getting spotted, so it was worth a gamble here. But now he's back on reload and he's using his rock to keep himself protected. And then I imagine he's going to probably try and drive up through the sort of valley gap here to get into the action for these teams, which you can see he might be able to sneak up on them. But as that happens, enemy Tiger just comes full sending out of nowhere. He manages to track him in place and actually damage his engine. Puts a final shot for the drive rail to keep him tracked in place, which will allow his friendly teammates to finish off that Tiger while he's on reload. And that's exactly what happens, and he ends up picking the track assistance off of that Tiger as well. So a really decent clip into that Tiger, and now we can try and help out his friendly Guardian, who unfortunately is on a 1 shot, but he can try and get a full clip into this enemy medium tank. The Guardian does go down. Swindle can't quite clip this tank, but he should be able to put him onto a 1 shot with a full clip here. Puts him in through the drive wall here, and does in fact put him onto 1 shot whilst damaging his ammo rack as well. Putting him onto 2,000 damage, and also going for those drive wall shots, which is always good in these clippers like this, because you can fire that clip off so quickly. You can often perma-track someone when they burn through their repair kit, and you can keep them tracked in place, which is obviously going to help you to get your extra shots in. But now, as you notice, what's happened here, Swindle's going to push round the back and go for the enemy artillery, because he obviously wants to act quickly, because the enemy team are probably pushing on his base, so he needs to try and get these tanks dealt with as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, misses the first shot, but at least lands the second 2. Putting him on to close to 3,000 damage now, 1,300 assistance. So he's having a good game, but it is still a close battle, and he's still got quite a lot of damage potential in this game. He's going to go and try and kill the enemy artilleries now. He's going to have to back up because he's not quite off a reload, but he's almost ready, and then he can try and put a clip into this enemy GW Tiger there. Puts 2 shots in, which puts him on to a 1 shot, and he's just going to see if he can find a finishing shot to pick up this kill with his GW crosses there. Unfortunately, the shot doesn't quite go true and doesn't pick up that kill there, so he's going to have to wait for that reload, and then he can actually kill both enemy artilleries here in 1 clip once he's got off of reload. But he also has a friendly teammate, as you can see, coming to attack the artillery from the other side. So The enemy, one of the enemy artillery does get taken out, I believe, and then Swindle's able to finish off the GW there, picking up his first kill of the game, putting him over to 3,000 damage now, 1,300 assistance, and he's having a good game, but he's still, he's still close. I mean, they have definitely taken the advantage though. He's getting pushed by a wind of Arrakis. He puts trades one shot in order to put two in, putting him onto clippable target now. Actually, a one shot for Swindle, which is good. And he's just going to back up round this corner, and once he's on reload, if his teammate hasn't already killed this tank, Swindle will be able to finish him off here in about 6 seconds. So he's having 4,000 damage, 1,300 assistance. You see, the game is still close, but it's still looking pretty good. I think that they have, their base is well defended now. We've got cap pressure on here, so it's suddenly gone down to 5 versus 2. So Swindle opted to go straight on that reload to hopefully try and get one more big clip off onto this full health tank destroyer. He's just going to move in because the tank destroyer is not looking at him. If he can get behind him, the road area does turn very slow, so he's never going to be able to turn around. Puts one in again, does the right thing here, going through the drive rule to track him in place, and then gets his final shot in, picking up the kill, putting him onto 5,500 damage with 1,700 assistance, 3 kills and 1 enemy tank remaining. It's the enemy Mantis, who was last seen sort of in the base location on his friendly base, and he's now running. So Swindle is sort of heading over there to try and just hope to try and get another few more shots and maybe another kill if he can catch this Mantis out and get spotted by his friendly team. But it depends where this Mantis gets spotted to whether he's going to be able to actually get the shots in. So as he's making his cross here, the Mantis does get spotted, and he's at this point he's probably thinking he's not going to get there, but he might as well try anyway, because it'd always be nice even if you get an extra kill at the end. But the Mantis looks like he's running now. Swindle was starting to chase, but realised it's kind of pointless keep chasing that way. If the Mantis is going to be running the other way, he might as well just turn now, get ahead of his team, and try and catch off the Mantis on its escape. And then hopefully, he can just finish him off. He's got 3 shots. The Mantis is a 1 shot. He should be able to take him out if he's able to catch him off guard here. The Mantis will be running down the 1-2 line as we speak. Otherwise, he'll be getting spotted. So he's going to try and just catch him off, go the quick way, come down this little valley, down the hill, and hopefully see if he can find this enemy Mantis, which he does. He unfortunately derps that shot because of the gun elevation issues when he went over that ridge. Thankfully, he had 3 shots and he was able to finish him off and pick up the final 4th kill and the final kill of the game, bringing that to a total of confirming the ace tanker there with 4 kills, 5,700 damage almost, 1,700 assistance, and a really decent game in the Ragnarok. So there you go. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!